It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we'll see this team's electric quarterback. He's going to have to air it out plenty this week. We can hardly wait for the start of this one. And it's coming up next on EA Sports.
Thank you to Trey Mosley for the introduction. We are indeed excited to welcome you to another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. We thank you for having us in. Mike Tirico, Greg Olsen, 3 months in the books. Partner, now it's December. It's the best month of the NFL season because the games get more important as the weather gets a little bit colder.
And this is where you find out who the real teams are and who the pretenders are. Do you find yourself not only in the playoff conversation, but can you now play good enough ball down the stretch to not only be in the conversation, but actually find yourself in the postseason?
All right, we're just about set for football. The crowd is definitely ready. So are we. Off we go on EA Sports. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. This crowd ready in anticipation. Their offense taking the field for the first time. They'll be led out by the quarterback now in his 4th NFL campaign.
I think when you go back and watch last week's game, Mike, I think 2 things were at play. Number one, let's give credit to the defense. I think they did a nice job of identifying some of the easy layups we've seen this quarterback hit from a week-to-week basis. They took it away. They made him go to his 2nd, 3rd check down through his progression. And then secondly, when the play did line up, when they did get the look they wanted, he just missed a lot of throws. So they know they cannot afford another pedestrian performance out of him this week. If he can play to the standard we've seen in weeks past, they can have a better chance of having a better result.
And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
Well, that's certainly one way to bounce back here defensively after giving up a huge explosive play on the previous snap. To bounce back and come away with a sack. Now you find yourself in 2nd and long. You can catch your breath, and the opportunity to get off the field has just gone up.
3rd and long. He'll look to throw. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And they're going to be set up right around the 10-yard line.
What a luxury that certain teams, when they have a guy like this, I mean, not only is he the big target, but then to have that size and speed to run away from these linebackers and do so much of his damage after the catch.
Here's a run. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Nice run here on 2nd down inside the 5 with more options now available for 3rd and goal. Throwing now from the gun, and that's going to wind up uncatchable out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete.
Teams practice these situations all week long, Mike. Down here in the tight red zone, you find yourself inside the 10-yard line. You're thinking, we've got to come away with a touchdown. Well, after that 3rd down incomplete, it's going to be real interesting to see how they approach this 4th down after failing on 3rd. You know, they did a lot of good things on this opening drive, Mike. I know they stalled out once they got down there into the red zone. They're going to need to work on finishing some of these drives as this game moves along. But that's a good 3 points to start this game.
And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. So the visitors ready to go on offense here for the first time. They're led out by a man who plays college ball on Rocky Top. Greg, it is the rookie quarterback out of Tennessee.
Coming off a loss last time out, I think the #1 goal today, Mike, is he needs to make a bigger impact on the outcome of today's game. Last week, he was not bad by any stretch of the imagination, but it was really just a modest performance. He was okay. Well, okay at the quarterback position is not a winning formula week in and week out in the NFL. They need him to be a difference maker. They need him to be a dynamic playmaker. He's capable of all those things, and if we can get that level of play out of him today, I think they can expect a different result than last week.
They come to the line needing 11 here on 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. And he'll gain yardage and able to get down at the end of the play.
Well, just one of those plays. There's just nowhere to go with the ball. He decides to try to make a run for it and extend the play. But unfortunately, the defense had him accounted for as well. Gets what he can, gives himself up, brings up 4th down.
Punt team out, ready to send this one away. This brought in out past the 20. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The home team's offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he's off to a fast start throwing the football. Pretty good numbers already just in this first quarter of play. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. You get a look there at his numbers on the ground from a week ago. Look him up on a 2nd down and 8. From out of the gun, he'll throw. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. And he'll mark him down just shy of the 40. So from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. But think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. And that's going to wind up incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on 1st down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the 1st down here?
And he's in! What a catch and run by the tight end as he takes it into the end zone and finishes the play. Greg, you know what that's like. Tight end touchdown.
Mike, so often the tight ends are considered to be the possession guys, right? They're the guy you throw it to when you need an easy catch, you need a reliable target. But not this guy. He is a downfield weapon, and he just showed you right there what he's capable of.
The kicking team on for the extra point. His kick is good. And his guys are out to a 10-0 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The visitors' offense and their big play wideout getting set for their next possession. He's put together some kind of campaign. Currently 2nd in the NFL in touchdown receptions amongst wideouts. Putting one of their tight ends in motion left. Now, faking the give. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. keep him in the pocket, keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Putting the tight end in motion. Now they'll set up to throw. Thrown into a sea of bodies, but it's complete.
Just take what the defense is giving you. When you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch-and-catch throws underneath, hitch routes, quick game, now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield. This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
This one fielded out beyond the 25. And he'll be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there. The home team's offense back onto the field as you take a look at the playoff race in the AFC. Still, a lot can happen between now and the end of the season, but the cream is starting to rise to the top as you look across the NFL. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. He'll go right and find his running back. They get 10 yards on the hook up there. That's enough for a 1st down. Throwing downfield, right side, and it's caught. Give them 15 more on that one. They are on the move. It's a 1st down.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the 1st down.
And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
This offense has to be thrilled, Mike, with the success they've had here on the ground in this opening quarter. Now as the rest of the game unfolds, everything in the game plan continues to open up.
And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. After that incomplete pass, we have a player shaken up. The training staff going to look, and will step out for a moment. Here's a toss, right side, and no place to go. He's hit and taken down behind the line.
I'd like to see that running back be a little bit more decisive with his cut, Mike. You can see he was a little hesitant, and once you're late making that decision, you just kind of get strong laterally. Great job there by the defense, and he has no choice but to take that loss.
Got his man at the 6. 17 yards on the gain, and now they've got 1st and goal.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
A run on 1st and goal. A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's 2nd down. So we'll get a 2nd and goal when we return. 10-0 is our score. And EA Sports NFL Sunday returns after this. Line of scrimmage remains the 4-yard line. It's 2nd and goal. Blitz coming. Oh, no chance to get rid of that one. Under a heavy rush, he goes down.
That last sack is exactly why defensive coaches preach over and over. Just play the next down. Just continue to make them snap the ball again. You're one big defensive play from changing it.
The pressure gets there again, and again he goes down.
How'd you like to be this offensive play caller? You're knocking on the doorstep thinking you're in prime position here to come away with 6. Now after suffering 2 consecutive sacks, you're looking right into the eyes of a field goal try, and that's pretty demoralizing.
So, 4th down, and out comes the field goal unit. This from extra point range, a 33-yard field goal attempt. Good snap, good hold, good kick. And his guys will open up a 13-0 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense ready to take over possession of the football. They find themselves down 13-0 here. As they try to get things started offensively, it's 1st and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. Quick throw, taken in, and they'll mark him down just shy of the 40. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. They send one of the tight ends in motion to the left. To the air now on 1st and the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
This is why every defense wants to play with the lead, because it allows them to just tee off on the quarterback. Go rush the passer. You're not worried about them handing the ball off or a little quick game. You know they're chasing points, so what can you do? You can get after this guy, and boy, have they ever.
Receiver in motion, headed left. Looking middle of the field, it's complete. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with 3rd down. Open man, left side, he's got it. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a 1st down.
I'm not sure what was the more difficult aspect of the play. Winning his route versus man coverage, or catching this pass, because that quarterback, he put a little extra sauce on that one to get it there on time, and he's able to secure a really nice catch.
And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Here's the toss as they look to run. Oh, he's hit behind the line, and the ball is out. It's picked up by one of his teammates.
These are the opportunities that just kill defensive coordinators. You got the ball loose. You did everything you want, but now you got to recover it. You need better pursuit to the ball, more bodies around the ball carrier, because when that ball pops out, you've got to be on it. These opportunities don't come around often, and when they do, you got to seize the moment.
3rd and long. They'll try to hit him with a screen. And they were hoping for a little more on that one. Brought down well short of the 1st, so it'll bring up 4th down. So the move is for the field goal unit here. No issues there. This one is good. And the visitors are on the board now here in this 2nd quarter.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The home team's offense ready to take over once again. Their lead is 10. They go back to work, trying to add to it. It begins with first down. His drive will start on the ground. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. Second down and 8. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. They're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
And the success of this play, Mike, all comes down to the timing of the defender. You get there a little bit too early, you risk pass interference. You get there a little too late, it's a big pass completion. Timing your hand and playing through the ball is something they work on with these defenders all the time. And next time they throw the ball downfield, I wouldn't be surprised if they target somebody else.
The visitors' offense ready to get back to work. The deficit is at 10, so an important drive forthcoming. Getting started with 1st and 10. The throw on the run is complete. They'll mark them down up at the 44-yard line. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. They bring a tight end in motion left. Throwing now on 1st and 10. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. They'll throw out of the gun. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down.
It's just so hard to get anything going when you're just not confident running your own system. And all these early sacks, yes, they kill drives, but think what it does to the quarterback. The quarterback just can't be confident operating out of the pocket. There's no rhythm, there's no timing, and everything you planned on doing today coming in is out the window. So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan, and then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play him man-to-man, and it's exactly what they did here, and there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away.
The home team's offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Quick throw here is complete. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. They'll send a tight end in motion. A handoff as they try to run it here. Trying to find somewhere to move forward, but nothing going. Tackled for the loss of a yard. 2 minutes to go here till halftime. Greg and I continue in just a moment. Here now, 3rd and 5. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. And he will have the 1st down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver, and then...
Oh, the blitz gets there quickly, and down he goes.
Having a dominant pass rush so often translates to wins. But that's hardly been the case here, Mike, and they're able to add another sack to their total before half, and that's great. But somehow they still find themselves trailing, and that's the only thing that matters.
He'll pop this ahead for about 4, but it will set up 3rd down. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Halftime is looming, so the athletic training staff going to get a chance to look him over during the break. On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
A fair catch signaled, and they'll have it just outside their own 20. The visitors' offense going to see what they can do in the final minute of this first half. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. To the right side here, pass is caught. And he's got it to the 35-yard line. Back to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. They'll look to throw yet again. That's into traffic, but taken in. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield. They'll look to throw again. Nowhere to go. He is taken down. So we have a 10-point game. And instead, why don't we get right back to it as we'll get ready for the 3rd quarter. The return starts from the 5. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. So now this team's offense make their way out to take over once more. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back, and in some of these coverage units, when you know that ball's got to come out fast, and right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
Give them 14 on that play, one first down. They'll stay on the ground. And they're going to get him down this time. Not as easy as the last carry. This time they drop him behind the line of scrimmage. 2nd down.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming. And he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
They'll stick with him again.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
They'll try to set up the screen here. Good-looking screen play there. A gain of 11 and a 1st down.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
Now a give up the middle, and he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. On play action, he'll set up to throw. He'll get this out to his running back. And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and let's also give some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and He had no choice but to throw it away.
This team's offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's a give up the middle. And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line.
It's too early at this point, Mike, to really start thinking about the clock. You definitely don't want to go into a shell. But now this is the point in the game where having a good ground game really starts to take over. You throw to get the lead, but man, once you get it, that ground game, that's what finishes the game off.
12 was nice last time, so they did it again. Another 12-yard pickup and another 1st down. Lone back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. Well, they weren't going to get him the second time with the same back. Defense all over that one. They stop him for no gain. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Now this time they'll look to throw. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
And he'll be near the 1st down marker. Let's call it a gain of 3, but a short yardage situation coming up on 3rd down. He's got the 1st down. They'll bring him down at the 28, but the sticks will move. 1st down picked up on the ground. Short pass taken in by the tight end.
Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
Out of the gun, here's a run up the gut.
Second down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a 1st down.
He'll get a yard or 2 to the 8. 2nd and goal. Now here's 2nd and goal. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. This one complete right side. Stop at the 6, and that sets up 3rd and goal. They'll look to throw. Taking off, he'll try to get there. Some determined running, but they're going to stop him short of the goal line.
You could tell that this defense was ready for this exact play call. They know that they're going to give their quarterback a chance both through the air and on the ground with his legs. They do a nice job stopping him short of the goal line to force 4th down.
Three for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And his guys will extend their lead.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone, and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
From the 6, here comes a return. And this will wind up working out well. He's going to take it up to the 40-yard line. Good return. First and 10. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
And he'll pick his way forward, a gain of about 5. And that's going to set up 3rd down. Now they'll set up to throw. They'll look to set up the screen here.
Even though they gave up that last completion, Mike, that's a really good drive there for this defense. I mean, from the beginning, on those early downs, keeping them from staying ahead of the chains, put them in a tough 3rd down situation, and now it brings up 4th down, and looks like they're going to get off the field.
And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. So now, out comes the offense, led by their quarterback as they take over once again. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. And he can't get away. They rally to the football on defense and bring him down for no gain. It is 3rd and 10. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. That's going to be incomplete, and the clock will stop. Likely one more play in this 3rd quarter. So it's 4th down. They'll call on the punt team. Now, fair catch called, and he's going to take it out beyond the 25-yard line. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back to throw here to begin the drive. Quick throw, taken in. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's 2nd and 6. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. We'll send a tight end in motion right. Back to the air one more time. Throwing right. It's taken in.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but 1st down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
They'll try to hit him with a screen. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the 1st down. Now a 3rd and 2. From the 50, he'll set up to throw. 6 catches for him in the ball game now, and this one's good for a 1st down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
Now a run on 1st down. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down. Open man, left side. He's got it. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on third down. Handoff here, up the middle, and a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Now give on the ground, and he'll be near the first down marker. Let's call it a gain of 3, but a short yardage situation coming up on third down. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. Out now is the field goal unit. They'll try to pick up 3 points here. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the visitors are able to put up 3 and cut into the lead.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
This offense ready for their next possession, led by their running back. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. It's a pickup of about 3 to the 28-yard line. 2nd and 7. Got a man here, complete. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
An interesting decision there by the play caller to put this ball in the air. Mike, you're up by 2 scores. Traditional wisdom says, hey, we're up by 2 scores late in the 4th quarter. We've got to keep this clock moving. You don't want to risk an incompletion. Now, they convert. They're able to secure the catch and pick up a fresh set of downs. That's going to enable them to continue to burn more clock. And without a stop, their opponent's not going to get the ball back.
He's got his man on the in route. Yes, taken in over the middle. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. Going to try to pick up the first down with his own read.
Great work there defensively, Mike. You could tell they were onto that one from the start. They're able to hold him to a short gain on the keeper and force the 4th down.
On 4th down, out comes the punter. As they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that is really well read defensively. They get him down back at the 9-yard line.
Well, the best screen plays, of course, you want the offensive lineman out in front of the running back. They act as his escort, his lead blockers. But what you can't afford is for the defenders to be in the backfield and get to the running back, because those offensive linemen, they can't help him at all.
They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Look wide. Get this one complete. A gain there of 11. And that will be a 1st down. Off-balance throw. It's complete. And he's going to be marked down up around the 33. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down. Through the middle of the field. And they bring him down there, but it is inside the 10. It is going to be first and goal. And this throw out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. After that incomplete pass, we have a player shaken up. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. Now, second and goal. They'll look to throw yet again. He's going to tuck it and go. And he slides and covers up at the end, avoids the hit, and picked up decent yardage along the way. This crowd doing everything they can before third and goal. This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. Now or never, they'll throw on fourth down. To the back of the end zone. He's got it.
And the big guys up front in the offensive line just continue to not be on the same page. And we've seen it time and time again here today. This pass rush remains one step ahead of them, and it's the quarterback who continues to pay the price.
Extra point attempt to come here. The kick is good, but there are penalty flags down. They might have made contact with the kicker too late. Even with their full complement of timeouts, the call is to try an onside kick. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away. They'll come up for first and 10. They'll drop to throw. Quick throw out wide. It's caught. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And he'll get about 8 on that one, most of it coming after the catch. It's second down. He'll drop to throw. Along the sideline, a nice catch. The feet in. It's a short gain, but it'll move the chains. A first down. They'll look to throw again. That's out to the flat, and it's complete. And he won't get away. Good open field tackle there to get him down behind the line. Now another timeout called by this offense. They have one remaining. Get the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to go in this one. Now on second and long. Now faking the give. And this is a touchdown. They were not going to be denied, and they have taken the lead here in the final minute of play.
What separates the really good quarterbacks from everybody else in the National Football League, Mike, is not only ability to process, but the ability to process quickly under pressure. And I think that's exactly the case here. He's able to go through his progression, find his target in the end zone, and then deliver that ball on time, accurately, and the result is a touchdown.
The extra point, up and good. And the visitors have taken a 4-point advantage. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. This returnable from the 4. And he is stopped At the 25, the drive will begin there. Here's first down. Right away, they'll set up to throw. This to the right side, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
This is a tough spot. 3rd down and 10. They motion the slot man left. On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. Now this offense going to use the first of their timeouts. And they'll stop it with a little over 30 left in the game. Quick throw here is complete. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. There's that man again, another catch. He had their lone touchdown of the game earlier, and he comes through with the catch and a 1st down in this spot.
As the saying goes, Mike, you need your big-time players to make big-time plays, and the moment doesn't get bigger than this. Find yourself down. A touchdown gives you a chance to win this thing in regulation, and I think they got a shot.
Now they'll set up to throw. Quick throw, taken in, and he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. Back to throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So prior to that 3rd down call, Mike, I thought they put themselves in a pretty good situation. At that down and distance, they had run and pass, both at their disposal, but nice job by the defense being up to the task. Force the incomplete, brings up 4th down.
And that is incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Got to let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on downs. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. So long, everybody.